What's happening, y'all? Welcome to Current Events. Check it out. It's me, Tim Young. Black ass Tim. I don't know. I feel like that's going away. The more I do stuff, the more people feel uncomfortable calling me Black ass Tim. It makes white people cringe. That shit is so fucking hilarious, man. They get worked up, man. Ooh, they get worked up, and it's not fair because I just know that everybody's trying to be as PC as they can be. You can't say things like retarded, no shit like that. But because you can hurt anybody's feelings, and no one wants their feelings hurt. That's just not up for grabs. It's not a thing anymore. You're not allowed to do that. You can't joke. For some reason, all of a sudden, comedians became like the worst fucking thing ever created on Earth. So you gotta thread the needle on that one if you want to keep working. You gotta know your demographic though. Some people are totally okay with that shit. You go to an older crowd, those motherfuckers are alright with some fucking gay jokes and some fucking weird shit, Talking about how it used to be when vaginas had hair and shit, So what are we gonna talk about this week? What's going on in the news? Anything local? No one knows because it's all Ukraine and it's all Kanye. How the fuck did that happen? How did it work out that that's our news cycle? That Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's divorce and the war in Ukraine is on our news cycle. Mind you, they got commercials on. This is what they do, see? When they're asking people for money in Ukraine, these other industries, these other nonprofits jump on there and they're like, people are in a money-giving mood. So then they hop in on those commercials. Because people are in the giving mood now. Like there's this fucking tragedy going on thousands of miles away. And for some reason now it's time to give. Like motherfucking babies are dying on a regular basis all the time fucking everywhere. If everybody was so fucking high and mighty and cared so much about, what's going on with the pregnant mothers and the dilapidated cities and the people who have to fucking use their fucking river as a fucking drinking water and a toilet. Like, get the fuck out of my face, man. And I'm not saying that I don't sympathize. Like, fucking Ukraine, it's a fucking shame. Vladimir Putin's a fucking insane person. That's what it's going to be. But I feel bad for him. I'm not as invested just because it's not my country. And I think that's fucking fair. Now I understand what's going on. After this speech my man Zelensky just gave, it's going to be hard for NATO not to get involved. My man's getting a standing ovation from everybody after he speaks. I didn't watch to see his address to Congress today, but I know at the EU, they did a standing ovation, and in Canada, he's gotten a standing ovation. Women are going back to go fight for their country. They're leaving their children and they're going back to go fight for their country. They got their kids in Poland and they're going to go support the men. And the men are out there. Dudes are just strapping up. Like, it's real talk. I get it. It's fucking somebody's trying to invade your shit and for no fucking reason. So I understand that. I just can't be as invested as a lot of people are. Do you understand that there is a foreign legion? Foreign Legion, if you're not familiar with what the fuck the Foreign Legion is, it is a French, it's a French branch of military. It's created by the French. And in the Foreign Legion, basically it's created so that anybody from all over the world can just join. Rules are that you can get, what the fuck do you call it? The rules are that your first year, you have to go in anonymous. Like you use some kind of fucking nickname or something. And then then you're allowed to be called by your regular name, after the fact. After like a year of being in the Foreign Legion, you can then be called by your government name if you prefer. Or, it sounds like some fucking mercenaries, doesn't it? Now that I'm saying it out loud, it really has like a mercenary vibe. So that's what the Foreign Legion is. And so if you believe in a cause, and the Foreign Legion has about 9,000 guys in the military. Okay, that's about the level of their forces, and they are going to help in Ukraine. So there are Americans and people from other countries. It's not just Americans, but they're Americans who have joined the Foreign Legion to go help Ukrainians, stop Russia. Now, normally I wouldn't give a fuck. But I'm an American, and I value what the people in the military do because they do a lot and get a little in return. So I value that. I can understand that. My mother was in the military for 18 years, so I'm extremely biased, extremely. So when it comes to things like that, if the circumstances were different, maybe I wouldn't be so critical of Americans going over there to fight in Ukraine. But the circumstances are not different. The circumstances are that we just stormed. Some ignorant motherfuckers just stormed the Congress January 6th. I guess it's a year anniversary. Is it a year anniversary yet? They stormed the Capitol, right? So do you think that those people are intelligent enough to comprehend that if when an American soldier dies over there in Ukraine, in the Foreign Legion, do you think that they're intelligent enough to comprehend that they don't need to be calling their senator and demanding that America go over there and fight for that person? Because that's what motherfuckers do. You kill one American and then it's a wrap. It's all fucking shit. You can kill a journalist, whatever. You kill one of us, like it's a wrap. We're coming over there to get that ass. So, I just don't think it's the best move, man. I just don't think it's the best move. I think it's a real tense already, and things are looking real inevitable when it comes to the fight growing and continuing instead of stopping. So you got to really ask yourself, is it the right idea? Do you have the right idea by sending? I wish there was something we could do as Americans. I wish we had stricter rules as Americans to be like, you can't just go around fighting other wars for other countries, man. Whatever your passport say, nigga, that's what you got to fight. And maybe that's too harsh, but people put this fucking hero cape on, this hero hat on so quickly, and I feel like to be a hero, you have to understand what you're fighting for or understand what you're defending. Some people find being a hero to be blindly running into dangerous situations. I don't feel like that's the case. I don't feel like that's the definition of a hero. I feel like having a knee-jerk reaction to understanding what's necessary and what's not, and solving that problem, that can be labeled as a hero. But just blindly running to danger doesn't sound intelligent. But what am I talking about? Firemen do it all the time, and I think they're heroes. Those motherfuckers are out here saving babies all the time. Like, that's what they do. If they're not fucking, they don't pull kittens out of trees and shit. They're out there giving mouth to mouth to babies. So, I don't know, man. I just feel like it's one of those words that gets tossed around and shit, like porn star. Just because you took some sex tapes of yourself and somebody's seen them don't make you no star. You have done porn or you have had sex on camera, but you ain't no goddamn star. So, And those are two things I take very seriously, is people label themselves heroes and porn stars. That's silly. But yeah, that's a thing. Like, that's a real thing. And Ukrainians are, these motherfuckers ain't got no Netflix. They ain't got no, what'd they take from him this time? They took that nigga's black belt. Man, the Taekwondo Association took Vladimir Putin's black belt. Like, you got to really understand how many people don't like him. I had to check my shit. I had to check my emails, make sure I wasn't doing no Russian shit, just to be on the safe side. I didn't want nobody to cancel me. God knows I'm gonna do it on my own. I cancel my own self, So it's funny how that all played out, man. But those motherfuckers don't have no Avengers. Like, just imagine, okay, here you are, you're in Russia, and everything's going fine. There's no war in Russia. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody throwing no bombs at you. It's And this is the thing. This is why everybody gets so caught up. Like, for the most part, you do whatever the information you are given tells you to do. And based on your preferences in life or your position in life, you lean towards one way or another. If you're poor, you tend to think that all rich people are bad. And if you're rich, you tend to think that all poor people are lazy. It's kind of like a thing that you do. It's just something, it's like these natural instincts, these social instincts that we're bound to. And you can, of course, change your ideals and your philosophies through fucking research and knowledge and learning shit. But for the most part, everybody doesn't really give a fuck until it affects them. Let's be real. Let's be serious. No one's really giving a fuck until it affects them. If there were more, I've said it before. If there were more, I was with Ukraine, and then I saw I'm not letting black people and brown people and all people of color on the train. So then I was in my feelings about it. Like, things are happening in this invasion of Ukraine that are going to start rumbling other parts of the larger world, which they already have. China's involved. Everybody's involved. You can't go around blowing up shit and no one say anything. That shit's just not cool. If they just blew up, 3 million people have been displaced. That nigga has just removed 3 million people out of a country. That's a lot of fucking people. That's like the population of some states. More than that. What am I fucking talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't look up those numbers, but you see what I mean? 3 million people? Fuck, man. So, they're gone. They're in Poland. They're in fucking, some people went to Italy. People are taking people all over. Wherever you can get. But the European community is embracing them. And they're waiting for us to fucking make a decision. Now, you can't do the no-fly zone situation. They want us to get on the no-fly zone situation. They're about to sign a bill for $800 million, y'all. $800 million. And if you see the list, I should have taken a picture of the list, but if you see the list, it's fucking, it's tanks. It's a lot of stuff that can shoot shit out the sky. Ground to air missiles, things like that. Because the thing is that the Russians aren't just flying in and bombing shit. Like, them niggas are right next door. They're just shooting rockets from Russia. Like, it ain't that fucking hard. So they need to find a way to do that. They need to find a way to shoot rockets out the sky, which sounds very difficult when you say it out loud. So that's, that's kind of, that's the situation. And people are sending money and love. And I hate saying stuff that feels like I'm trying to take away other people's struggle. I don't want to infringe on your struggle. All right. First off, you're Ukrainian. So if you have checked, some Ukrainian box, or that you're Ukrainian, or you just are a bleeding heart person that likes to do that type of shit, I understand. But, injustices are happening around us throughout all the world. Like, and they're happening in your own neighborhoods. They're happening in your fucking schools. They're happening all around you. There's a kid at your school, or there's a kid at your son's school that fucking only eats when he comes to school. But there's, that's not an injustice that you're willing to, like, the fact that motherfuckers have to work 2 jobs to barely feed their children and make money is like, it's so fucking sad. So when you think about injustices, don't let them be presented to you. Maybe seek them out. If you're so willing to fucking donate all this money, where'd all this fucking money come from? Some dude's trying to donate like 1 million fucking bullets or some shit like that. You can just send bullets to other countries like that? No. So, that's how that goes. I definitely feel bad for the people in Ukraine, man. I really hope it works out, man, because that shit's really fucking sad. And those people do, and people love their country, and they don't want to leave, and they don't understand why that nigga's fucking with them, because They got like Russian, that's like us fighting somebody in Alabama. Like, you from Georgia, more than likely you got a cousin that live in Alabama. You don't know. You can't just be blowing shit up in Alabama, man. My auntie live out there. Shit like that. That's how close those motherfuckers are. So it's kind of silly. The scope of destruction that's been going on over there. I mean, now they're talking about museums and artifacts. These motherfuckers trying to destroy their fucking history, trying to erase their legacy. That shit can wear on a people. And what he's doing is he's going city by city in Ukraine, and as he conquers a city, he's trying to place a Russian mayor in the city to convince people that all of this is all going to work out, and if they just shut the fuck up, no one else will get shot. Kind of like that. It's a very, very political hostage situation. So that's all I'm gonna say about that, man. It's fucking Ukraine. Like, there's no local news. A little boy got fucking shot in the neck in Macon, Georgia. The other day, he's playing fucking video games, and because they're fucking ridiculous out there in Bibb County. Fuck Bibb County, by the way. If there's every time there's something that happens that this ridiculous, they try to minimize it, but it's such a widespread situation. Is like, why are motherfuckers just shooting just randomly? Like, what's happening in that side of town? Unfortunately, I was locked up over there, and I can tell you, those guys in the old Bibb County, they got nothing to lose, man. Those cats are down for it. They down for it. I'm usually not intimidated by country motherfuckers, but these motherfuckers are okay with violence. They like that shit. They like it a lot. So, based on that, Bibb County needs to do something. They need to do something instead of just locking them niggas up, man. They got to find something. They got to find something for them to do aside from shooting at each other. They got to get some programs or something out there. From what I understand, the only programs they have are for opioid addicts and things like that. So, that's not really the demographic of black people. That's not our drug, man. It's not our drug. And now opioids is the new epidemic. I've never seen a country respond to a drug epidemic the way that they responded to this. I mean, it just really puzzles me, and it's very color based. I'm not gonna get into it, but if you're anybody with two fucking eyes, you can tell. And you were born, in the 90s. That this is complete polar opposites to the government's reaction to other drug epidemics that have happened in this country in certain geographical urban communities. Wink, wink, winkle, winkle. But yeah, man, bad shit's happening all the time. Injustices are happening. A 7-year-old can be getting shot in his fucking neck while he's playing video games. That's an injustice. What are we doing about that? Send some money there. Motherfuckers getting killed by fucking law enforcement, and they're getting away with it. There's injustice happening all over, man. And I don't know, man. It just gets so. I feel like a lot of really good people get left out. And a lot of people who want to give don't connect to the things that, Ukraine. How much does Ukraine affect you? Like, you pay, like, what happens? How do you know that works out? But you don't. You just send money, but you can do something in your own neighborhood, man. So or not. Go fucking buy a Bentley and write it off on your taxes and all that good shit, put a Ukrainian flag on the back and say, fuck it. I don't know. But yeah, that's about it. They're thinking about talking about, and dude, comment on this for me. Are you as excited as I am about spring forward and fall back and spring forwarding and fall, whatever. They're about the Senate. It's on the table. The Senate wants to get rid of daylight savings time. So I feel like they got to do it before it has to happen again. I keep forgetting what the benefit of it was, but I know it gets dark really early. When it's time to fall back, I know it gets dark really early, and then it all just kind of seems to figure itself out. It was said that at one time they tried this daylight savings time situation and not adjusting it to it, and somehow the whole system fell apart and everything went completely haywire. So we'll see. More than likely, it's going to get changed. It's at Senate right now, so it has to go through Congress. But daylight savings time could be no longer a thing. Is it just dark and gloomy? I feel like I live in a basement, so I just every time I look outside of this little area, it's fucking nighttime. It's dark, nigga. I'm like Batman with no muscles. I can do a little karate. I got a little workout area. I've been trying, man. I'm old, man. Some nigga gave me some old real cryptic prophecy the other day. It was like, you better handle your business before you turn 50. Make sure you're in shape. Make sure you check your prostate. I got prostate cancer. You don't get your... Thank you, sir, for the good tidings. As a black man, I'm like, as a black people always know the things that endanger us. Prostate cancer, diabetes, fucking high blood pressure, police. You know what I'm saying? So... We know what's gonna happen. We got a good idea of what works and doesn't work. But just hearing it from an old person really just makes you feel like this nigga is not on my side, and neither is God the way he's talking. So, what else is happening before I get out of here? What else is happening? Daylight savings is cool. Did we already talk about Pete Davidson? He's the whole Tom Brady's coming back. I'm over it with the Tom Brady thing. Like, I hope somebody assassinates him. That's not cool. I didn't mean that, YouTube. I didn't mean that, because they will come back on your ass. I said, like, the littlest shit the other day, talking about, I don't know what I said, but it took a while for it to get cleared. Just by me talking about Ukraine, it's going to pose an issue. But Tom Brady's coming back. March Madness is happening. I haven't watched... I don't know, man. I think fucking pandemic sucked all the sports out of me, man. I have just little desire. I'm going to fill out my bracket today. But I have just little desire to participate in sports. If it's not like a live event, I really don't even want to go. So, and that's all Atlanta shit. So, how exciting can that be? Really? So. But this has been Nights. That was current events. Tune in for more. I hope this goes well. I'm just going to be rambling for a bit. Bob Saget. We'll talk about Bob Saget next week. I got to do some more research on that Bob Saget situation, man. This guy is, I thought he was great. I thought he was a great comedian. Fantastic career, all that good shit. But I also realized that he just... got himself into a little situation. There was some blunt head trauma. They're saying everything's cool. Now the family has locked up the records, and they're kind of getting ahead of the story and putting out whatever information they want to be out there. But at the same time, they've also put in a court order to block anybody from actually finding out what happened to Bob Saget and looking at the actual autopsy records, which is fine. He yo people, man. He's got a fucking legacy. He's really just known as the dad from Full House and Funniest Home Videos. But, as a comedian, I really respected that dude, man. Raunchy, fucking honest, goofball, fucking loved having a good time. So, I hope it was nothing goofy or fucked up. But like I said, it's none of my fucking business. So if his family wants to let it be done, then they shouldn't have to worry about that kind of shit. Kanye said he wanted to whoop D.L. Hughley's ass, called D.L. Hughley a field nigga and all kinds of fucked up shit. So, I don't know. I think that would be a good fight. Pete Davidson looked like he crazy. He might kill Kanye. He just bite him with them big fucking ethnic teeth he got. I don't know what is up with that nigga's mouth. But DL, I think DL might be able to. I don't know. Kanye don't look like he can fight. Kanye look like he bring people to fight with him. But it's a sad situation going on with that man. I hope he gets some help or some pills and some help. But he gonna write a good. I know after this one he gonna have another banging ass album because I love when that nigga go through some shit. As soon as he go through some shit, I guess he always going through some shit because his albums be good. Nah, I don't know. Thanks for tuning in to Current Events. I hope you like it, man. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Chocolate Unicorn Entertainment. We're on our way. I promise. It's gonna happen for real. I finally figured out this microphone shit. Isn't that cool? All right, bye.